Many years ago, in a quiet village called Aberi, there lived a young girl named Aberi. She was the only child of her parents and grew up in a home filled with hardship. Her father, Aberi, was a drunkard whose choices brought pain and sorrow to the family. Yet through it all, her mother remained brave, doing everything she could to protect Aberi and give her a chance at a better life. No matter how hard things got, she made sure her daughter stayed in school. Years passed. Eventually, Eden's time came to an end. Surrounded by family and the weight of his past, he took his final breath. His last words, whispered softly, were, "Thank you." In that moment, Aberi heard her mother crying quietly nearby, mourning not just a man, but a father who had finally found redemption, but far too late to reclaim the time he had lost. Aberi's life was like a long stretch of dry land, difficult to navigate. Things were very tough for Aberi and her mother. Her father, Aberi's like thunder when he got angry. His eyes turned red as burning fire. He drank dangerous alcohol and smoked tobacco. Aberi's mother, Aberi's was always scared of him, because he would often beat her up at the slightest provocation, leaving her battered and bruised. She was a good and kind woman, but Eden had made her a shadow of herself with his temper. Eden had wanted a male child, not a girl. He called Aberi names like Drywell and Bad Luck. Aboni cried bitterly. Aberi was terrified each time he erupted in anger and raged at her mother. She would hide and stay quiet. One day, Aberi came home very angry. He started breaking things in the house. Aberi ran under the bed, scared. Aboni tried to stop him, but he pushed her, and that made Aberi angry. She came out from under the bed and held her father's leg. He looked at her and stopped. For a minute, he wondered what had given this child the audacity to hold his legs with such rage on her face. But he still shouted at her. Aberi felt bad, but could do little to help. She ran to her mother and tried to help her up. "My child, I've hurt my ankle so badly, I think it's fractured," Aboni said. Aberi quickly went to get Aberi, a well-known traditional bone setter in Aberi village. When he came, he examined Adoni's ankle carefully. "Ah, the pain is sharp, like a sharp knife," Adoni groaned. "Yes, the ankle is very swollen," Aberi said. "But don't worry, I've treated many cases like this. You'll be fine soon." As he started to fix the ankle, Adoni cried out in pain. "Be patient, my dear," Aberi said calmly. After he finished, he wrapped the ankle with a special paste and bandage. "You'll be fine," he said as he packed his tools and left, leaving Aberi's mother to rest. All along, Aberi sat beside her mother as Aberi turned to treated her ankle. As soon as he left, she looked up at her mother's face and saw the pain and worry. Aberi felt sorry for her mother and hugged her gently. "Sorry, mother," Aberi said softly. Adoni smiled and stroked Aberi's. "It's okay, my dear, I'll be fine." Aberi looked at her mother with curious eyes. "Mother, why does father always get angry with us? Why does he hate us?" Adoni's face softened. "Your father doesn't hate us, Aberi. He is just struggling with his own problems. He loves us, but sometimes his anger takes control of him." Aberi looked unsure. "But why does he shout at us and hit us?" "That's not love, mother." Adoni sighed and looked sad. "I know it's hard to understand, but your father's behavior doesn't mean we are not loved. We are loved, no matter what. I'm here to take care of you, always." Aberi nodded, though she still looked confused. She knew her mother was trying to make her feel better, but she couldn't help feeling that her father's behavior was wrong. She was grateful for her mother's love and held on to her tightly. The next day in school, Aberi sat in class, reading her favorite book with a big smile. Her teacher, Miss Ada, came to her desk and said, "Aberi, you love reading so much. What is it about reading that you love?" Aberi looked up excitedly. "I learned so many things from books, Miss Ada." I feel like I'm traveling to new places and meeting new people. Miss Ada nodded, her eyes warm with encouragement. That's wonderful, Aberi. You have a curious mind and a love for learning. You are very clever, you know. Aberi's face glowed with happiness. She loved hearing Miss Ada's praise. Really, Miss Ada, you think so? Miss Ada smiled. I know so, Aberi. You are one of my brightest students. Keep reading and learning, and you will go far in life. Aberi with pride, feeling happy and motivated. She knew Miss Ada believed in her, and that meant everything. From that day on, Aberi continued to devour her books, knowing that her love for reading and learning would take her places. And whenever she needed encouragement, she knew she could count on Miss Ada's kind words and support. At least Aberi had something that lightened her up. Abar's big opportunity. On the day of Abar's secondary school graduation, Miss Ada called her to her office, beaming with excitement. Abar, I have fantastic news for you. I've been searching for opportunities for you to further your education. I found an incredible one. You've been accepted to study law at a prestigious university abroad. Abar's eyes widened in disbelief. A scholarship to study law abroad. A dream come true. Miss Ada nodded. Yes, it is. You've worked so hard and shown keen interest in law. This university is one of the best in the world. With this scholarship, you'll have the chance to learn from the best minds in the field. Abar's face lit up with joy, but then concern crept in. But Miss Ada, I don't know if I can go. I don't want to leave my mother behind. Miss Ada's expression turned sympathetic. I understand. Abar, it's natural to feel scared about leaving your family. But think about the opportunities this scholarship offers. You'll gain a world-class education, make international connections, and return home equipped to make a real difference in your community. Your family will be proud, and you'll be an inspiration to others. Abar thought about Miss Ada's words, her heart racing with excitement. She knew this was a once-in-a-lifetime chance. Okay, Miss Ada, Abar said finally. I'll do it. I'll take this scholarship. Miss Ada beamed with pride. That's the spirit. Abar, I'll help you with the paperwork and preparations. You'll make us all proud. I just know it. Breaking the news at home. Abar returned home and sat with her mother, Aduni, in their small living room, her heart racing with excitement. Mother, I have something to tell you, she said, her voice trembling. I got a scholarship to study law abroad. Aduni's eyes widened. She burst into tears, her face a mix of joy and sadness. Oh, Abar, my child, this is great news. You have to go. You must take this opportunity. Abar nodded, her own eyes welling up. I want a mother, but I'll miss you so much. Just then, the door swung open, and Abar's father stumbled in, reeking of alcohol. He looked at Abar and Aduni with a dismissive gaze. What's all this noise about? He slurred. Aduni quickly wiped her tears, her voice trembling. Abar got a scholarship to study law abroad. Abar scoffed, his eyes rolling in disdain. A female child going to study abroad. What's the point? She'll just get married and have children anyway. Abar's heart filled with sadness and hurt, but her mother held her tightly. I don't mind him. Go and make us proud. She'll do great things in life. Abar nodded, her determination renewed. She knew her mother believed in her, and that was all that mattered. She would make her mother proud, no matter what her father said. Abar's journey abroad. When it was time for Abar to leave, Aduni cried so much. Abar hugged her tightly and promised to return in due time. As the bus drove away, Abar looked back at the village. She felt both sad and happy, excited for her new journey, but already missing her family, especially her mother. When Abar stepped into her new school, she was amazed at how big and different everything was. The buildings, lecture halls, and even the school meals were new to her. The people spoke with an accent she had never heard before. But Abar was smart. She learned fast. She made new friends who showed her around, and her confidence grew with each passing day. Graduation and return home. Ababa worked very hard in school for many years. Finally, the big day came. She felt proud and happy as she received her certificate, graduating with honors from the prestigious university. This marked the beginning of a fresh and thriving chapter in her life. Her academic excellence landed her a high-paying job at a reputable international firm. But the call of home grew stronger with each passing day. Ababa wanted to return to her family and make a difference in her community. At last, she got her travel documents ready and began her journey back home. As Ababa stepped off the plane, she was welcomed with open arms by her overjoyed family and Miss Ada. Her mother, Aduni, was filled with pride, knowing her daughter had achieved her dreams and was now back home to share her success. Aduni opened her arms, and Abba ran to hug her tightly. They held each other for a long time, overjoyed to be together again. "My dear, you are finally home," Aduni said, her voice shaking with joy. "Mother, I missed you so much," Abba replied, her voice filled with emotion. Aduni looked at Abba's face, marveling at how much she had changed and improved. "You've grown into such a beautiful woman, Abab. Your father would be very proud of you." Abba's eyes welled up with tears as she smiled. "I wish he was here to see me, Mother." Aduni's face softened. "He may not be here with us, but he would be very proud of the strong woman you've become." As they hugged again, they both cried happy tears, reunited after a long time. Aduni's redemption. When Abba and Aduni returned home, Abba saw her father, Adun, sitting in a corner, looking very sick and weak. Adun looked up at Ababa with sad eyes and said, "Ababa, my dear daughter, please forgive me." Ababa felt mixed emotions, sadness, anger, and pity. "Forgive you, father, for what?" Adun looked down, ashamed. "For not being a good father to you and your mother. I was blinded by my drinking habit. I couldn't see the beauty of my family." Abad's heart softened a little at his genuine regret. "You hurt us, father. You broke our hearts." Adun nodded, tears streaming down his face. "I know, my child. I was foolish. But seeing you now, I realize how much I've lost. Your beauty and success are a testament to your mother's strength and your own resilience." Aduni intervened gently. "Adun need to rest. Your health is failing you." Adun looked at Ababa with pleading eyes. "Please, Ababa, forgive me. I don't have much time left. I want to be at peace, knowing my daughter has forgiven me." Ababa's heart went out to him. Despite his past mistakes, she saw the regret and love in his eyes. She took a step forward and said, "I forgive you, father. But please know, forgiveness doesn't erase the past." Adun's face showed pain and gratitude. Thank you, Ababa. Thank you for giving me peace." Adun's passing and Ababa's legacy. In the days that followed, Ababa spent time with her father, listening to his stories and apologies as he struggled to make amends. But his body was very weak. Eventually, Adun passed away, surrounded by his family and loved ones. His last words were, "Thank you, Ababa," as he took his last breath. Ababa heard her mother's cries, mourning the loss of a father who had finally found redemption, but too late to make up for lost time. Yet in his final moments, they had found closure, forgiveness, and love. After the burial, Ababa decided to stay in a Aberi village for a while to empower the youth. She organized seminars, workshops, and mentorship programs to inspire and equip them with skills to succeed. Her impact was immense, and the youths began to see her as a role model. Finally, it was time for Ababa to return to her base abroad. She approached her mother and said, "Mother, I want to take you with me. You've been through so much. I want to give you a new experience." Aduni's face lit up with excitement. "Really, Abba? You want to take me abroad with you?" Ababa smiled. "Yes, mother. You deserve it. We'll explore new places together, and I'll show you the world." Aduni's face beamed. Oh, Ababa, I can't wait. I never imagined I'd have the opportunity to travel abroad. As they prepared to leave, Ababa realized that her father's apology had taught her a valuable lesson. Every child, boy or girl, is a blessing. She was deeply grateful for the chance to make a difference in her community, and even more grateful to begin a new chapter with her mother by her side. The end. If this story touched your heart and you'd love to hear more inspiring tales, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to tap the notification bell so you never miss a story that matters. What moral lessons did you take from this story? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'll be there, reading and responding with joy. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next inspiring video.